The target is, will it be affecting the internal or external environment?
Internal.
So therefore, what's the target? What's the word? We don't use internal. What's the word we use?
Visceral?
That's the word.
Oh,
So
okay.
so that's why when he has he literally has them listed. Here, look, source, target organ, somatic or visceral. It's one or the other.
Okay, okay.
See, going too smooth also, probably, or cardiac. Does that make sense?
Well, what did you get? What was your question that you said?
My
again?
question is, what is the target, like organ or the target for a neuron here? Well, you notice the lateral horn. What synapse is in a lateral horn? Here's a hint. Here's the way to kick this down. Kick this habit. Dave. D-A-V-E. Dave. Dave? Yeah, D. Dorsal afferent. All your afferent information, afferent is sensory afferent, is coming in the dorsal horn. Every single last drop of it.
Dorsal afferent.
All of it. All of your information, all your afferent is coming in the dorsal. So dorsal root, but all of it also, so it means like dorsal root, yeah. But all of it also ends up, all of it in the dorsal horn. Every single last drop.
Afferent.
All afferent.
I see.
The lateral and ventral horns are split between efferent information, the information going out. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like the motor information, the information that's like the response information. And each of these horns is specific to whether it's going to the internal environment or the external environment. All your somatic motor information, all the information that's doing this, all your voluntary
Is ventral
information
horn.
is the ventral horn.
Right.
All of the involuntary inside your body, blood pressure, heart rate, all that stuff is your lateral horn. It's the visceral information, exactly.
Did we ever put lateral horn up there on our
Yeah, I erased it because I didn't have enough room, but I can put it back up there. But that's the synapse. That's the synapse. Like,
for upper and lower?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's the synapse for upper and lower here.
Okay.
That's how-
For both?
Yeah.
Okay.
But
That's why I
depending
can.
on where you are in the skeleton, like in the spinal cord, if you're up in the lumbar or like down lumbar, if you're down in the sacral, it depends on where you are.
Will depend on if it's parasympathetic or sympathetic.
That's it.
Okay.
Exactly. And he will ask you questions basically just on this information, but you have to use these words to sound special. I don't know, like you read his words.
Right.
Like you memorized his words.
Gotcha.
So essentially if we study like with the words we have to use, it works out.
Okay.
I see.
So here's a question. So right here, where am I?
Dorsal.
Dorsal horn.
Dorsal.
Yay, dorsal horn. The cell body. What is the location of a neuron that has a cell body in here?
First.
The first order cell body is right here. Remember? The first order cell body is in
Dorsal
the
root
dorsal
ganglia.
root ganglia. I'm talking about the dorsal horn. This is where the
Like in
synapse.
Second.
Yeah, so it would have to be the second order is how you pronounce, is how you say location.
Okay.
Because
Oh,
second
wait.
order tells us that it is afferent information,
Okay.
and it tells us that it is the second neuron in the chain of information up to the
Right.
brain.
And that's this
Go
is
ahead.
where the synapse between first and second order is. So that's where the
Go ahead.
body is.
What's up?
I thought that first order
The cell body is right here for first order. And then
and
the axon comes
axon
right
of the
here.
first order one
Yeah,
is going here.
exactly. And then it has like little V's here and a dot, a cell body, and then it
then
goes up
to
the thalamus.
Okay.
And then
Ah,
that's
okay,
where the
okay.
little V is. That's where like the terminal end of the axon is up in the thalamus.
Oh, afferent, so it's coming in.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Do you see how these questions, if you don't know your shit, can really fuck you up?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But if
Did I
he
tell you
asks
someone
it-
got a
sorry.
4.5 on our lab test? Yeah, I know that because I got the highest. I got the 104.5, and someone he like actually wrote it on the board. He was like, our grades range from 104.5 to 4.5. I raised my hand. I was like, did you mean 45? He was like, no, that is a 4.5.
He got a 4 this
Somebody actually had a 4.5 on their lab test.
So he
for
definitely
this
failed
test.
that class. He failed that class.
I have no idea. I hope. I hope that person's not going into medical today.
Oops, sorry.
In our class too.
But
somebody
that's not to
mentioned-
scare you. That's to tell you that already you are so much more ahead of like the other kids in the class. Like, do you see that? You probably don't because you guys are like terrified. You guys have already at this point no more than like probably 70, 65% of the kids in your class. Go ahead.
No, just keep going.
Oh, okay. That's pretty much that's pretty much it. Oh god. Let me ask. Pardon me. What? Ooh. Let me do it right here.
Central.
Let me do this one.
Lateral horn.
What is the location of the neuron that has a cell body in the lateral horn? The location. So first, cell body in the lateral horn. Can you guys picture that in your mind? Is it the one from the brain down? Is it from the one to the spinal cord out? Or is it the one from that place to the organ?
Well, I'm saying that you just said.
I think it's
I want to like explain it without using the words that'll give away the
Yeah,
answer.
I got
but-
you.
So talk to me about, what do you know about the lateral horn?
Between upper and
For what?
visceral.
Both
and
parts.
Visceral. So it's it's not upper and lower, it's upper and lower something else.
lower preganglion
Yeah.
and postganglion.
Postganglionic outside. It's not, that has nothing to do with right here.
Why not?
Because the chain, the only two neurons that are in here are the one from the brain to here, that's your upper, and then the preganglionic, because that one goes from here out to like fucking jabip, and then it synapses onto another neuron,
Which is the postganglion.
which is the postganglionic.
Okay.
So the only two that we're talking, so essentially, yeah, so which of those two, the upper and the preganglionic, which one has the cell body in the lateral horn?
The green.
Very good. The lower preganglionic. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Okay, relax, okay. You had it and then you lost it. It's okay. So where information is
Where's
always,
the lateral horn. Okay.
yeah, information always travels from the cell body through the axon out.
Mm-hmm.
Always. So where is the cell body of the upper neuron? We said we're not sure if it's the hypothalamus or medulla, right?
So we
Right.
said medulla.
So
said
medulla.
medulla.
Cell body for the upper is medulla. So the little axons are here.
Are going
Okay.
to the lateral horn.
They stop in the lateral horn.
Right.
Well, what are they doing there? They're totally chilling at a synapse, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the preganglionic. Oh, okay.
Is with the cell body of the preganglionic neuron is what they synapse onto to keep the information going.
And
They're
then
like,
from
send it,
there-
bitch, send it.
Goes
Can I
out.
ask you a question? How do we know that one was visceral?
Because all somatic, remember how somatic only have two neurons? You gotta shove them fuckers to the front.
Yes.
Okay, so all of those are coming out the ventral horn.
Wait, does this go
Somatic.
back to days? No?
Mm-mm.
No?
DA, that was only relevant for the back. The front, remember how we said, so the dorsal horn,
Yeah.
what is the information?
Sensory.
All of it.
Afferent.
Good. All of it.
Right.
The efferent or the motor is shared between.
Oh, between
Remember?
the ventral and the lateral.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. And you know that essentially if you know lateral, if you know that the lateral is your fight or flight systems, you know for a fact that all of your visceral, because that's fight or flight is sympathetic, but I'm including
Oh.
parasympathetic in that. That is all of your visceral information.